These are pretty good. You told me you wanted history eats, so I'm gonna give it to you. This is another simple one. So we will be needing farro, which is also called emmer wheat. We're gonna use farro, a cup of milk, coriander seeds, which comes from the same plant as cilantro, but a little different flavor and texture, but similar family, and a little salt and water. First, we're gonna need to grind the farro. And I don't have a proper mortar and pestle, so I'm gonna try it with a little spice grinder. Da, 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 da. 2.5 cups of ground farro. We got it as fine as we could. And then I grinded up the coriander seeds, but not as fine as the flour. We want a little texture, but it smells incredible. Very florally. Wish you could smell that. It's probably really good for you. Seeds have a lot of antioxidants. We're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of salt for this quantity. Da, da, da. Get something that maybe they had in ancient Egypt, you know, engraved. Eat well, laughed often. Love much. Okay, so we'll just mix this up. Can you believe it that the origin of pancakes maybe goes all the way back to King Tut? I don't know if, you know, we'll call this pancakes or flatbread, but if he wanted to be buried with it, it meant that it was a special kind of thing, a special food, because they didn't want to just be buried with the normal everyday, like fish or whatever. They wanted to be buried with the finest meats and game and decadent, you know, desserts or bread. Our water is nice and hot. So this is 1 cup. Gonna mix that in. Our last ingredient is our milk. So this is just cold milk. I guess in those times it'd probably be room temp or just taken from the cow or goat. I think goat was a common milk maybe at that time. In the meantime, we're gonna heat our griddle. So try to mimic the way of the the way of the Egyptian times would probably just be some kind of slab of stone or something heated up. So the best I can do is a nice cast iron, no oil. I'm gonna make small patties. Oh, that's a little high, so we're gonna do a medium high heat and try to make them kind of flat. All right. So what's different about these pancakes than, you know, your typical? We don't have any baking soda, baking powder. So I don't know if it's gonna fluff up at all. But I tried to make them kind of thin so that it wouldn't, you know, take too much time to cook through. And so far they kind of look like pancakes. Until I start to see some bubbles and dryness around the edges is when I will start to try to do it here. Okay, looks like we got our first, look at that. Okay. Oh, wow, this is exciting. This is working a little better than I thought. Cover them with some foil. I always like to kind of cover a little bit so they can steam and keep cooking. So let's try King Tut's pancakes. Just make it look all pretty. I really hope these are good because I took some time to gather the ingredients. The last touch we need some beautiful honey, the sweetener of Egypt and the time. White sugar didn't come till much later. So honey was the way to really, this isn't working as well as I thought, huh? Oh, there we go. And I will tell you the honest answer. So far, so good, texture-wise. They taste familiar. I'm not getting the coriander as I thought. Oh, maybe a little bit in the end. They taste like oatmeal griddle cakes. I have a recipe from Nigella Lawson that I made. She makes it all from oats, ground oats. Very similar. Very healthy, very good. It's kind of like the coriander is in there, but it's kind of just like an exciting little pop. It doesn't take over. Healthy, super healthy, easy to make. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more History Eats, I'll continue to give them to you. Just like this video, share it with people, and whatever, you know the things. See you in the next one.